All right. Brother Roy.
All right, let's see what we got here. For let me get it right. Those that might not know, I suffered from an addiction for many, many years. I cried out to God, and I cried out to Him, and I cried out to Him, but the only response I got was still doing the same old thing, same old thing. So, I was reading my Bible, and quite a few books I read, but I ran across actually James 1, 1 through 8. James was a servant of God, and just like all of us, we serve God. We try to do good at it the best we can. But the scriptures say that count it all joy when you fall into various trials and temptations. And I couldn't understand that because how am I supposed to be laughing when I'm going through all this mess? I couldn't understand it, But at the same time, I was in another book, and I was, I'm like, I went through the book of Isaiah 40:31, and it say, "For they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up wings as an eagle, and they should run and not be weary, and walk and not faint." And I couldn't understand that either. But I went on and I found out that, renewing my strength means counting on God to get me through it, Because I didn't have no strength. I had ideas. I had the trials. I had the tribulations, but I didn't know what no strength was because I couldn't control the compulsion of my addiction, But I found out that if I stop reading and start meditating and redirect myself to God, I'm talking about totally redirecting myself to Him, giving Him the very being that I don't even know that's there. I had to give it to Him. And through that, I found out that I didn't have to go through it by myself. All I needed to do was turn it over to Him and let Him keep it. Yeah. And like Isaiah say, you mount up wings as an eagle, and you run and not be weary. So when I turned it over to God, it moved my faith strength very high. And it had me high enough where that I could look down on those troubles that I thought I had, and I found joy in them because God done took me through it now, and I've made it out, And I made it out alive. I'm not, ill. I'm not crazy, As long as I can keep it out of my system, I'm not crazy anymore. But I was crazy. Okay. Yeah. And the thing is, I had to find out what wisdom was because I couldn't approach Him if I didn't know what wisdom was. I mean, no matter how many words, there's 66 books in the Bible. I don't know what wisdom is if I can't understand what it is. But He said, if you'll ask me, I'll give it to all men without grudging you, All men. Because wisdom is the mind of God. So that's why I like to stay at His feet so that I can be teachable. Teach me, Lord. Teach me, And I don't have to be ashamed. I don't have to be ashamed when I ask for wisdom. He's not going to ask me, Roy, what do you want this for? He's going to say, my child, thank you for coming, and I'm going to teach it. He takes it, he does it like this. He teaches it to you. Sometimes He'll allow you to bump your head, bump your feet, and sometimes your butt. But when you get through, you can walk with your chest out now, see, because you've had that taste of God. Because one thing about it, anything He give you, there's no shame in it. There's no shame in it. God is love, and if He can't give you some love, then you may as well push the neighbors to the side, because they can't give you what God can. Amen. Okay. My glasses fogging up a little bit, but I'm yeah. And being double-minded, sometimes I found out when I was praying, I hadn't given my life to Christ. I knew who he was, and I knew he was for me, but I wasn't for me. So when I pray, I was praying double-minded, and he tells me down in 8, James, he said, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Not some of them, but all of them. See, because you don't know what to pray for, I was asking him, Lord, deliver me from this right here and that right there. See, but the thing is, I wanted him to deliver me so I can do more of my worldly things. My prestige, my sinful nature. I had to work on my sinful nature. But I wanted him to straighten me out so I wouldn't be hurting so bad in the morning so I could turn around and do it right back again. See, that's a double-minded. He said, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Then he come back and he said, let not that man think he'll receive anything of the Lord, because the double-minded man is unstable in his ways, And you have to stabilize yourself, walk with Christ, and dedicate your life to him, And that comes with not just acknowledging people, but loving people. Loving people. It don't cost you nothing to love somebody. You ain't got to take them home to love them. But anyway, James gives us 3 things, 3 different ways to approach Jesus, approach God, not Jesus, but approach God so that we can get the best results out of it. Yeah, number 1, be joyful in those trials, because there will be a reward. Mm-hmm. And he'll renew your strength. You will get to new heights, in your level of faith. Mm-hmm. And then you'll be like that eagle, when you're looking down on those old hard times and things. And, when you look at it, they wasn't hard at all. It's just that I didn't give it to the right one. I didn't give it to the right one. Yeah. And the lack of wisdom. Lack of wisdom. You have not because you ask not. He said if you ask, he said he's more apt to give it to you. You have not because you ask not. And see, yeah. Okay, and look at the requests we make, are they for the kingdom? Are they for the world? And this letter, I don't know if everybody knows, but James is Jesus' brother. And he followed him, so why can't we? So why can't we? And in these 3 points, we can't go wrong. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's it? I'm saying.
Thank you, Roy.